First of all, I need to say I really love the Pokemon franchise. But something changed. And it's not by any means new news, okay guys? That the Pokemon franchise has had kind of a downfall lately. Most people will tell you that it started in the Switch era of games. Some say everything was roses and rainbows until BDSP or Scarlet and Violet. But for me, the Dark Ages started way earlier. Let's start with the Diamond and Pearl release. You could argue, wait, aren't Gen 4 games great and peak performance for Pokemon? My response being, duh, but only, and I mean only Platinum. I personally never played basic Diamond and Pearl, only Platinum. And man, after trying out Pokemon BDSP, the Gen 4 remakes, damn, those games suck ass. But more on the remakes later. Let's for now focus on standard Gen 4. Here's some gripes I have with those games. 1. With all the cool new evolutions added to older Pokemon, most of them are behind the post-game. There are around 28 new forms of older gen Pokemon. You can get like 11 or 12, which 2 belong to the same fucking Pokemon, being Roselia. We get some really cool ones like Gliscor, and there are like 29 new families of Pokemon, with a few legendaries like the Lake Trio, Palkia and Dialga. And yeah, with basically 151 new and returning Pokemon in game, there are like 2 options for fire types and 1 being the starter. So yeah, Platinum fixed, I believe, everything in those games, and Jesus, there was so much to fix. After that, Gen 4 was pretty good too. Heart Gold and Soul Silver is, in many people's opinion, the best game in the series, yours truly included too. So, let's jump into the next gen, Generation 5. So, as I never properly played through those games, I say as much as I know. 1. People hated some shitty designs. 2. No old Pokemon till post-game. Overall, the sequels of Black and White fixed the problems in the original set of games. That's all I have to say though. Poopy designs. On to Gen 6. Ah yes, the first 3D mainline games. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, Mr. Funny Man, is this how you get your sick kicks?
What? It's just an ordinary Krabby. Oh my goodness! Squidward!
I only say cuts. So many cuts. Few new Pokemon added. I believe the lowest number ever. And to add Knuckly into the wound, the 3D models weren't great. Overall, the core palette was so washed out. I don't know if anything else puts this better to words. Like a beautiful children's cartoon on an old TV playing. Dull. Even the shinies were dull most of the time. Just look at what they did to Gengar. He's so washed out. And the atrocious post-game was also so lackluster. Basically, cuts. After that, the Gen 3 remakes were solid. If there wasn't this one thing that's missing, I can't get my head around exactly what it is. Damn. What was it? What was it? Think. Haha, I can get what it was. Maybe a trip to the old trusty Battlefront Memorial Monument will bring my memory back. Nah, I don't get it. Gen 7. Actually, I really like this gen. It was pretty good in my opinion, though I only played it on an emulator because I had no longer my 2DS available. It's surprisingly solid for me, and I really love the designs of the new Pokemon. Just perfecto, chef's kiss. So yeah, that's the retribution. Can we end the video now? No? God damn it! Okay. Well, the second games, they were in the third option of games like with Emerald and Crystal, as there were two of them. They aren't surely sequels like with Black and White 2. They aren't Switch remakes, but were they actually? Ah, yeah, I get it now. They were shit. Yeah, honestly, there was just too little and noticeable things added for a price of $60. The only circumstance I would buy those games would be if I didn't play the original games anyway and wanted to try out the Sun and Moon games. Meh. And with Gen 7 we got the first games on the Switch. Let's go Pikachu and Eevee. Yay! Nah. I hated those games. They were so boring for me. I'm not a big Kanto fan, and we basically got Kanto for the 5th time. Just meh. It wasn't really a mainline game in my opinion anyway. No wild battles. The caching was in my opinion a good idea, but people didn't like it. Basically only people who play Go liked it. And then, right out of nowhere, Gen 8. And it shined bright like a star but covered at the same time with shit. What do I mean? Yeah, basically the graphics were at least okay, in some points okay, in others not really, like the infamous trees. But the biggest problem was the Dex cut. Yeah, everyone heard of it. Everyone knows this already. But did you know that actually they brought this controversy on themselves? Yeah. So the main director of the games, I think it was Junichi Masuda, told in an interview that they cut the number of Pokémon so they could work on better animations in the games. And it was some big old lie. Basically, all the animations were reused from Sun and Moon, basically almost every one of them. At least the DLC was a banger, and added new old Pokémon. Also, we got 2 new games this generation. The Diamond and Pearl remakes were so utterly bad I couldn't get over the second gym in those games. And remember, I played True Platinum multiple times. It's a very great game. Why on earth would they decide to remake those versions and not Platinum? And they weren't even this faithful as they claim. Jesus fucking Arceus. And the next game, Pokémon Legends Arceus. And it's solid, real solid. Played through it almost whole and was a nice change of pace. Nothing bad to say here. Maybe the only thing I would consider talking about is that we thought it was an open world game, but it was kinda like an open world section game or something like that, if it makes sense. But I think they never stated that it's an open world game. So yeah. Let's go next to Generation 9. Yeah, the games were pretty good story-wise. I really love the story with Arven in those games. But the bugs show that they rushed the game. I mean, look at Breath of the Wild, which launched in the beginning of the Switch. And look at Scarlet and Violet. The bugs and framerate in docked mode are atrocious. The DLC? Never played them for now. I love and hate Scarlet and Violet. There's many great things to find in the Pokemon games, each and every single one of them. But to be honest, there's also stuff like rushing, lack of polish, or even straight up bad game design and stupid ideas. Pokemon is the highest grossing medium in the world. It really hurts my heart to see the potential in those games go to waste. There's so many things they could improve on. Well, let's hope that with Gen 10 they fix this up. Specifically, if you want to see my personal idea for the best Pokemon game, watch my video from a few days ago. I hope the Pokemon Company finds the way of the Lord. Amen.